Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast. This is JJ Briggs, and I just feel like I need to upgrade from the webcam, so I'm going to try recording this onto my computer and using my phone for the video. And what I can do on Vidyard is I can stop and start, and on this I can't stop and start, so it's going to force me to do everything in one take and try to stay cohesive and on point and not be obsessed with time, etc. Anyways, again, I really just wanted to kind of test, see how this audio was, see how this video was. I was talking to Sam today, and she said that she would like the video aspect of things, and I know that there's people out there that watch and listen, and I don't know, it truly means the world when the people who are listening are yeah, I like what you're doing, keep going. So where's I going out with this? Oh, I've just been thinking about the concept of just feeling it's we're animals, and of course we just want to feel safe. And I don't know, this is my experience. It's I feel when I have emotional safety, I feel physiological safety, and it's not about being safe and being coddled and getting what you want, and I feel there's this misconception that safety is that we're too coddled or we need to be harder on ourselves. But I feel what safety does is it creates the space to be vulnerable and to be courageous. I think what it means to be courageous is do things that make you go ugh on the inside, whether that be having a conversation with your partner, or having a conversation with your boss, or I just feel that's, to me, that's what it is to be courageous. It's to if we feel called to say something, say all this to say, see, if this was Vidyard, I would have paused, I would have collected my thoughts, and then I would have come back, and it would have been this nice elegant continuation of the previous sentence. So I'm letting you guys in behind the scenes here. Honestly, it's just because I can barely get these out in and of by themselves, let alone if I had to edit them and produce them in any way at this moment. Down the road, sure, but at this moment it's not happening. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about just safety, and how really it's safety that creates the container to Lucy calls it living on our edge, and I'm sure it's from something, and I should be crediting, but she's Jay, you live on your edge, you believe in yourself, and you're doing the work, and you're doing the things that make you uncomfortable. And for me, it always comes back to the conversations that I'm either having or not having, or having in my head. I don't know if anybody else has this, but if I called two friends today, and just because I wanted to just let them in to my inner world of hey, this thing that I haven't really talked to you about, this has been impacting our friendship a little bit, and I've been picturing having this conversation, and I don't know where it's gonna go, but I just know that I needed to let you know that I see you, or let you know this is where I am. And I feel really grateful to be where I am right now, especially compared to 2, 3, 4 years ago. Being impeccable with my word and trying my best, it's truly really helped transform my life so much. And I think that I can't, it's just my hyperfixation, it's my obsession. I just go back to it time and time and time and time and time again. No matter how good we are at communicating, we could be better communicators. And this is coming from somebody who was in a relationship that looks a lot different from mine. And again, there's a lot of different ways in which I take accountability for things in that relationship. But one thing that you absolutely have to have in any relationship with your parents, with your partner, again, is a feeling of safety to share your inner world, a feeling of safety, to know that your excitement is protected. You know, I don't actually need you to be like interested in all these like weird things that I'm interested in. I just like need you to hold excitement for me when I'm interested in something and get excited for me. And I feel like that's something that Lucy does for me very, very well, and I do for her. It's like we protect each other's excitement. And then I feel like on the flip side of that, it's kind of like, well, we also need to protect each other when we're vulnerable, and like, again, create that container for safety and security and healing. And one person cannot be your everything, but who you have as like your partner, like you better stand behind them 100%. Like, there is nobody that we spend more time with. There is nobody that impacts our internal world more. Like, I really do believe that we are a culmination of like those closest to us, and it can be different. Like, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you can't talk to your partner, and you feel like you just argue in circles, and you feel like she nags you or he doesn't understand you, whatever it is, like if both people are willing to work on it, like things absolutely can change. And I don't know, I just feel like again, with communication and my dogged attempt to just talk about it and help people talk to one another, it's like, this is how I feel, at least. Like, gosh, especially like in college and like when I was like drinking alcohol and like young and dumb, it's like I would drink and I would like not ever like yell at my partner, but just like get like mad and just like behave in ways I'm like, this is not somebody I'm proud of, and this is not like, I wouldn't listen to somebody who's yelling at me. So what? Like, that's not an effective way to communicate. And maybe that's where all this is going. It's like, I've been thinking about something recently, and it's like, if you're yelling with somebody in your life or at somebody in your life, like, it's never worked. It's not gonna work. Again, this is my experience. Add the nuance filter, and look, some people are perfectly happy in the relation. Like, for the people that need to hear this, for the people that are going back and forth and wondering, do I stay? Do I go? Is this normal? Is this not normal? Does it get better than this? Like, for those people, arguing isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, it has to be a way to come together and talk just like I'm talking now, and assume best intentions, and let them try it again, and then let them say, like, I don't know what the answer is. I just know that, like, I'm just gonna keep saying this, like, well, this is what I think, but I don't know how to do it. Like, good luck. It's more so just like, again, from my anecdotal experience, like what I found is that like being able to talk to Lucy and problem solve with her, and like we are just each other's like number one fans and like biggest supporters. Like, I can't imagine like not having that support in the person that I'm spending my life with, and the person that I'm growing a family with, or whatever it is. So if you yell, DM me and we'll talk. I'm not even gonna say don't yell in your relationship. I'm just gonna say, hey, I want to know what's going on. Like, what ticks you off, or like what ticks him off, or you know, is it about something specific? Like, when, I don't know. I would love to hold space for you, compassionately, and like, I don't know. I feel like what I don't want to do is like, I don't want to be somebody who's like is afraid to like change your mind, or like I feel like this is like a hill I would fight this battle pretty hard. Like, you shouldn't yell at your partner, but I still want to know like what other people think, and like maybe they're working in a way that I wasn't able to figure out, but hey, this is what's working for me, and this is, you know, I feel happy, I feel supported. I think all of this, I just want to start talking about each other's experience a little bit more, and like, I know that I'm not alone in questioning things, and I know that I'm not alone in feeling like there's like some really difficult decisions or like difficult conversations that need to be had. And I had to catch up with a friend of mine from college on Sunday, and I feel like talking to her really kind of like pushed me over the edge of like, okay, just like get a part-time, like just start talking, and like you will not chase, you will attract, like the right people will find you. There's people that want to talk about this type of stuff. But she said something, she goes, we're not meant to do this alone. Like just the way that she said it, like, you know, raising families and being kind of like isolated and like away from our, like, again, like there's a lot of people that don't want to be close to their family. Like there's a lot of people whose family have done some atrocious things. Like I think that we're just meant to be a little bit more community based than we are right now. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what it looks like. And I'm sure there's people out there that are doing it and already like cultivating it. And I love it. I just want to like, I guess like keep people rallied around like the concept of spreading love, spreading compassion, like trying your best to, I was like, keep looking over my shoulder just in case Lucy walks in the door. And then I'm like, gosh, when I was watching the first podcast yesterday, I'm like, I look like paranoid. I'm just like, keep looking, but it's because there's like light and stuff. Anyways, here's what happens is I get 11 and a half minutes in and I'm like, did I even make a point? Like, am I gonna send this? Or it's because it's usually like a voice message to Lucy or something, or like, does this make sense? Should I start this whole thing over? I'm not gonna start this over. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for listening. It's really helpful, like when I hear people talk about like systems that aren't working, whether it's in their relationship or like, I always joke like, it's never about the dishes. If you're arguing about the dishes, like it's not about the dishes, but like what's underneath the dishes, like what's actually going on here? Because I'm sure, you know, there's one story, there's the other story, and then the truth is usually somewhere in the middle. So thank you for listening. I'm gonna cut myself off with no call to action, even though you have to always have a call to action, and I need to pitch you and sell you something at the end. No, thank you for listening to me rant for 12 minutes. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm ranting to Sam. I think that's just gonna be my approach moving forward. Anyways, thank you for listening. Hope you all have a lovely day, lovely weekend, whatever it is, and thanks for being here.